Barcelona, in terms of a creative space, is vastly open to everything, you know what I mean? There's all sorts of like architects, painters, designers, musicians. There's all kinds of art coming out of Barcelona. So myself being an artist of whatever sort and spending a lot of time there, I ended up spending a lot of time alone. For me, I find that such an important part of life, to like spend time alone and really like get to know yourself without the pressures of like friends and family and like culture, society. Because like also being in a culture where I don't identify with like the Spanish way of life and like their language. So I was very just like in my own sort of world where I could figure out what I want to do and who I want to be. Throughout the whole experience of being in that city, you know, walking down the alleyways, these tall like buildings, people are hanging their laundry, and like architecture is so like gorgeous and rustic in some places, and then other places it's very modern. There's just funny, quirky things that you see, or like very serious situations, very dramatic. And it's so inspiring for me to like see all these different little situations and stuff. I think before I left, I was feeling very stagnant, and I felt like I really needed like a push, just like kind of a culture shock or whatever you want to call it. And it did to a certain extent, but while I was there, I think I realized that it was kind of just like a blind move. I didn't really know what to expect, and I had these ideas of what I wanted to expect, and it didn't play out the way I thought it would. But there's a certain type of traveling when it gets really authentic, is when things start to go amiss, and like you have these kind of situations where you have to improvise and have to figure out what you're doing. You're in a whole nother country, you don't speak the language, you don't understand the culture. In retrospect, you learn from those negative experiences, and you come away with a lot more than you think. Hi, I'm Arrie Vissers. I'm just a traveler. Life on the road, that's me.